Hi, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Welcome to Thursday, December 12th, 2019. Today we're going to talk about life after knee replacement with knee pain and limited range of motion. Not the panacea that you thought it was going to be. Okay, so make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel, as well as turn on notifications for future videos. There's a little bell in and around here. Also, share the video. There's a lot of people who have had knee replacement that are still suffering with knee pain. So I'd like to get this in front of them so they can begin to look differently at what they're dealing with. So this video came about this morning, running a little bit late today. Couldn't get the topic together. There's usually a topic that I'm working with clients that it's like, oh, that's what I need to talk about. Did not happen this morning. So on the way to taking my daughter to school, I was like, hey, baby, what should I talk about? She goes, well, what do you normally talk about? And here's where I ran into a challenge because I've already covered the topics multiple times over if you check out my YouTube channel. So then I thought, well, there was a client I was working with yesterday, Pat, and the dynamics of what we ran into yesterday on our call, one of the first calls that we had in terms of moving her forward with what she's dealing with after a knee replacement surgery. So her situation was, so we want to get into the psychology. She had a knee replacement. She had to have a revision because the doctor installed the knee replacement crooked. And I'm giggling about this because it's kind of ridiculous that we're 2019 and this is the best option the medical model can come up with is sawing off the bones in your leg and replace it with plastic and metal. And then they can't even get it right and it's crooked. So she had a knee replacement. The revision or the knee replacement was off 15 degrees. So the knee replacement was actually grinding and it was causing her pain. So she had a revision and she's still dealing with pain and limited range of motion because her body is producing scar tissue from all the trauma that it experiences up to the point where she got the first knee surgery, then the trauma from the first knee surgery, then the trauma from the revision. And now the doctors are proposing MUA or manipulation under anesthesia. Not a real cool option for someone that's already been through everything they've been through. So one of the things that I emphasize to Pat is we can't do anything about what's happened. Like, you've already had this done. You've already had this procedure done. And I can't promise you how it's going to turn out. That's a big piece. But I can promise you that your body has the infinite capacity to heal itself. And if we continue to focus on comfort and align your body with comfort and its ability to let go of the tension that it's holding on to, as well as set up the conditions so your body can has the resources it needs to heal and support the ability to integrate the comfort, well, it's a hell of a lot better than what you're dealing with right now. So this is what she told me on her first call. It feels swollen from the inside, feels swelling and pressure from the scar tissue. The knee has been hurting and more stiff than normal. Still has lots of pain and limited range of motion. She stopped all exercises because the exercises were just making her knee hurt worse. Every time she takes a step, it hurts. She has to sleep in a recliner. She can't sleep flat, and she can't sit in a normal chair. So she's not getting good sleep. It's painful to move no matter what. So she's having issues. She also has pain in the kneecap, her right kneecap. This was her right knee that was redone. So I'm telling her exactly what I just said. We're going to focus on creating comfort in the knee, and then we're going to set up the conditions in her body so her body has the ability to support the integration and change of the comfort that we're proposing to her knee. We're essentially lining up her neurology, her nervous system's ability to let go of tension at 286 miles per hour with the support that it needs. So water, it looks like water, nutrition, supplementation, breathing, mindset. It's all important in that process of your body moving into that new reality of what's going on with her knee. So she says, Bill, I hear what you're saying. Like, I get it rationally. It's just so hard to relate. It's hard to relate, like, what does comfort feel like? And this is what pain does to the body. And this is it's a little bit of a catch-22 situation, because the pain not only changes how we move, pain across the board, knee pain, having a total knee replacement, it changes how we move. So the hips and lower back have to compensate, the hamstrings, the quads, the shins, the calves, the feet, the ankles, everything has to compensate for moving away from the pain that it experiences in the knee. So pain changes the body physically, but it also changes the mind as well. It changes how we think, how we process information, because it's kind of like constantly on our mind. So we're doing everything we can to try to keep up with our life, our busy schedule, all the things we need to do. And at the same time, we're trying to do what needs to happen to get the knee out of pain. We don't process it quite well because the pain makes us confused. It gives us brain fog, especially if we aren't sleeping well in the process. So you can see how now the mind isn't thinking as clearly. And then if we look at what pain is a feeling. Pain is an emotion. So it affects how we process information, especially how we stand in the world as men or women. How we stand in the world is directly related to how we think, how we feel, and how we move. So the pain that she has been through, and this is going on 3 years since the initial knee replacement surgery, it has really affected how she thinks and how she feels and how she moves. And it was a real emotional conversation with her because you're kind of at the end of your rope. So we have to take these other elements into consideration when we're looking at what's going on with the knee. So these are other elements, and this is before, like, these elements that I'm talking about is going into before we even start doing something to make the knee feel better. We have to get the mind into a place where it's like, okay, yeah, I got to do that because what I'm doing isn't working. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck doing the same thing over and over. It's the definition of insanity. So the next question out of her mouth was, how long is it going to take? Which is a real valuable question because there's a lot of concern. There's self-doubt. Like, is this going to work? And I told her, I said, I don't know. I really don't know. There is a lot of factors that go into it. When you've been in pain for 3 solid years, ever since the first knee replacement surgery, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Was the knee replacement lined up correctly? Are you going to do what it takes to drink the water every day, even when you don't want to? Are you willing to give the feedback and dialogue? Are you going to take the supplementation? Are you going to do the pain pattern interrupts to get the pressure off of the nerves and then be willing to dialogue about what comes up? Do you notice something? Do you not notice something? And there's a reality that creating comfort in one part of the body will uncover pain somewhere else, because that's how the body functions and operates. It has tension and compensates somewhere else, and then it increases tension and compensates somewhere else. So instead of exercising and escalating this tension in your body, we're starting to decrease the tension and uncover layers of compensation patterns that have been going on for months, years, sometimes even decades. It's the reality that the body can go into pain. And are you going to, in that space, are you going to quit? Are you going to go back and say, okay, I got to exercise, which will throw you right back on the hamster wheel again, or take drugs or go get a shot or do something like that that just numbs the pain? When we experience pain, we have to double down on comfort, which will move us through that place of pain faster. So these are all variables that I'm not in control of. And to a greater degree, Pat isn't in control of either. But here's the cool part. She has the courage to begin to look at this. She goes, got it. I understand it. And I'll do what it takes at this point, because she's looking at manipulation under anesthesia, which is more pain. Okay. So then we get into here's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it happens with self-sabotage after she does something. And there's this place where questioning whether she's doing it correctly, if she's doing something correctly or not correctly. And I told her, I was like, look, okay, you're going to screw this up. When we go to comfort, we're looking for something different than what the body is currently experiencing. If it's experiencing pain at a pain level of a 9, and we create a pain level of a 7, it's going to feel like you're not doing anything because the knee is in pain. But in actuality, that 2-point reduction in pain is actually relatively more comfortable than what she's been experiencing. But we do that multiple times per day, day after day, while we're setting up the conditions of water, nutrition, breathing, supplementation, mindset. And now what happens is the body's pain level over time continues to drop because we're lining it up with the body's ability to heal. And here's a big piece that we went over is understanding when she screws up and I point out something. It's like, okay, Pat, got it. This is what happened this week. We don't want to do that again. We want to focus on this other thing. The self-sabotage comes in of the beating herself up in that place of going, oh, I should have done it right. I said the correct response in that place of like, did I screw it up or not? If I point out something to her, all she needs to say is, got it. Got it. And then it's course correct. It's like sailing a ship. A ship constantly gets off course if it's sailing from New York to Portugal. It's constantly course correcting in order to get to the port it wants to arrive at. So when we're leaving this experience of pain in your knee, after knee replacement, after arthroscopic surgery, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. As long as nothing is broken or torn, you've gone to the doctor, you know that you have a mechanically sound knee, we're moving from where you're at to where you want to go, which is being out of pain. And we're constantly course correcting to determine you're having an experience other than the pain that you're currently feeling. So when we're course correcting, we're not really sure. It's like we're continuing to adjust and compensate. Okay, if you have questions, if there's something coming up, please ask in the, let's see what we got here, pop out chat. If you have questions, please enter those in over on the live chat. Maybe not. Test. I'm going to test this. It says not able to attach to chat. Okay. Anyhow, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, little bell in the corner somewhere around here. Share this video with your friends. Okay, so we were talking about if Pat screws up something. You know, she does something, her knee goes into more pain, and she stops drinking water, or pain pattern interrupts she's not doing, or whatever it is. And I pointed out, all she's got to do is say, got it. That's it. Going back and dwelling on what didn't go right does you absolutely no good. You got to think about that. With anything in life, if you go back and beat yourself up and kick your own butt for what you didn't do right or you didn't know at that point in time, does you absolutely no good. You get new information, you go, got it, and you change. That's it. It's that simple, and it's also that complicated. Because we have this old pattern of going back and beating ourselves up in the process because we think, oh, I should have known that. I should have been better. I was so stupid. Doesn't do anything. In terms of getting you out of pain, it's not going to benefit you in any stretch of the imagination. Okay. She also said anything she does hurts. And it really gets down to one thing. I guarantee you this. Continuing to do what you've been doing, which is exercising and pushing through the pain and trying to force the knee into a range of motion that it doesn't want to go, to break down scar tissue, is just going to give you more pain at this point. There is a time and place to push the knee, but it's not when you're starting out in pain. The knee is too vulnerable. It's been through too much. And what I'm saying is, if we begin to create comfort and align your knee with its capacity to let go of tension on its own at the speed of the reflexes, 286 miles per hour. You do that day after day, multiple times per day, aligning yourself with your nervous system, your neurological capacity to let go of tension and stress, as well as set up the conditions so your body can heal. Water, nutrition, breathing, supplementation, mindset, all of those types of things. You're going to get further faster with a lot less energy and effort. In the beginning, it's going to be a little bit like, am I doing it right? And we got to course correct, and we got to do things. We got to go slowly. And it's unrealistic after your knee has been in pain for years to think it's going to happen just like that. However, it gets you on track that over time, your body begins to integrate and adapt to those new patterns that we're establishing. Okay. Essentially, this program, like what I'm working with Pat on, it's the Knee Club on-ramp. You want more information, head to my website, thekneepainguru.com. I will put it in, do the video where it's got the little tabs in there where you can head over to my website for the programs that I do offer. It's like taking The Secret, Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now and the Law of Attraction, and applying it to knees. Doing that. And this isn't like the new agey kind of, okay, I'm going to sit and meditate and hope that the knee pain goes away. This is neurological signaling, how your body works on a fundamental level. We didn't get an operations manual for how the body works like this. However, it does. Doctor taps your knee with a hammer, your knee jumps, you can't control it. Those same reflexes are engaged in a position of comfort, and your body will unwind and let go of tension at the speed of the reflexes. Some reason it doesn't seem like the live chat is working. Let's see, I did a test. And okay, no questions. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Remember, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell for future videos. Share this video with your friends. And to take your next action step, head on over to thekneepainguru.com. Get on my newsletter list. Sign up for one of my programs. Begin working with comfort and see how your body can change very quickly. Okay, Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, going to sign off for today. Have a good day, and I will talk at you soon.